So here we are again. I'm going to do another little class for the gentle Pilates. And yeah, I'm just going to get straight on with it. You've again got all your equipment, pillows, a mat, or your nice carpet, whatever. I was going to say a ball, but I don't think I'm not going to use a ball, but I'm going to imagine a ball for later. If you had a ball, you could use a ball. Okay, without further ado, stand up and off we go. So I hope you are all feeling well and not too constrained by this strange time. Anyway, exercise is certainly a great way out of it, and hopefully you're on the phone to your friends and family as much as you can be. Okay. Rightio, ear to shoulder. This is my blocked ear. So that's my problem of lockdown, a blocked ear. To the centre, other ear, and to the centre. Lovely. So this can be quite a stretch down the neck, but just go easy to begin with. And try almost feel as though you're pulling the crown of the head away rather than trying to get as big a stretch as you can. So I'm trying to pull crown of the head away and return. Lovely. Okay, and then let's change the neck exercises so that we're taking the nose across, rotating, and back through centre, and across. So the nose is taking a horizontal line along the horizon. As you're doing this, you're just feeling how your body's feeling today, where you're feeling tension, how even you are balanced on your feet. And let's calm to the center. Okay. Bow and arrow now. So I want you to just soften your knees. And we're going to try and keep the hips facing forward. We're going to do a bow and arrow, a beginning of a bow and arrow, all on the same side to begin with. So 4 on each side. So we're just going to rotate the hand to the chest, rotate, take the hand forward. So this is just the beginning of bow and arrow, that first rotation. So keeping the knees soft. And then this is number 4. Back to the center, other side. So we're rotating, hand to chest, rotate. Lengthen in front. Rotate, that's number 2. And number 3. And then one more, number 4. Then we're going to do the full bow and arrow, alternate sides. So we rotate, open the back arm and bring the back arm to the front. Other side, hand to chest, rotate, reach with that front arm, open the back arm, bring the back arm to the front. Hand to chest, rotate, opening the back elbow, bringing the back arm to the front. Hand to chest, rotate, opening the back elbow, bringing the arm back, and we're going to do one more on either side. Hand to chest, rotate, opening, returning the arm to the front. Last one. Hand to chest, rotate, opening the arm, bringing the arm back. Okay, let's take the arms out to the side I want you to reach. Oh, you're not really going to get my full arms in. I do if I come back a little. Okay, full arms out to the side. And I want you to take the fingers up and push away through the heels of the hand. And then flatten the fingers and then send the fingers down. So you're getting a stretch over the wrist. Just carefully as you go, because it can be quite a big stretch. Both ways, heels away, fingers up. And then fingertips down. Fingertips up, pushing heels of the hand away. And fingertips down, getting a stretch over the wrist. Lovely. Let's lower the arms down. Give them a shake off. What have we got next? We've got shoulder rolls. So, shoulder rolls. We're going to roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Rolling forward and up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. You can start to allow the neck and head to just get involved a little. As the shoulders go back and down, it's nice to lift the head. And hopefully you can see, you get extending the back. Shoulders up, back and down. Raise the head just a little, lengthen the neck. Back to the front. Shoulders up, back and down. Allow the head to look up. 2 more. Shoulders up, back and down. And last one, shoulders up, back and down. Nice long spine. Okay. Okay, going to do a lunging now. So we take 1 foot forward. The back leg is straight, so bent front leg, straight back leg. Feet hopefully facing forward. Let me just tilt the camera slightly for you. And pull up through the waist. So pulling up, and then we're going to have our ball or our imaginary ball swapping ahead, and then circle the arms behind us, reaching up in front of us, reaching behind us, reaching up and behind, reaching up and behind. Let's change feet. Bent front leg, straight back leg, pulling up through the waist. I get a nice stretch here, stretch through the calf, and then off we go again. Up and behind us, reaching up and behind, up and behind. 2 more. And down and up and down. Lovely. Okay. Righty-ho. Let's walk through our feet. So we've got 1 toe up. Oh, and then we switch, 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 switch. Just let your arms get involved a bit as well. And then you can speed it up. Speed it up. And slow it down. Okay. And then into our squat. So our feet are hip width apart and parallel. Hands on the waist to start with. Bending at the knees, keeping a nice straight back. And come back up to standing. Bending at the knees. And return. Bending at the knees. And return. Okay. We're going to add to that some arms, we call them boxing arms. Now I've got my hands out in front in a fist, and both my fists are facing up at the moment. I'm going to take one, we're going to turn the fists down, and one arm comes forward and the other arm goes behind. Then bringing them back, so fists up. And then as you move the fists down, the arms separate into this Superman kind of position. So fists up. As you're rotating them to fist down, the arms separate. Come back to the front, fists up. Rotate the fists down and separate the arms. So this is what's going on with the arms. And we're going to add this to our squats. Okay, so we've got our hands facing up, fists up to begin with, and then as we rotate the hands down, there we go, reaching and returning, squat, reaching the arms and returning. Lovely. Reach and return, reach and return. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and last one, 4, and return. Okay. Last one standing, we're going to do our side bend. So feet wider than hip width apart. We're going to do our hand behind the head and then into a side bend. Side bend, elbow goes up towards the ceiling and we return. Arm behind the head, side bend, sliding this hand down and returning, hand behind the head, side bend and return, hand behind the head, side bend. Now if you wish, when you're in your side bend, you can then try and lengthen that arm, bring it back and return. So hand behind the head, into the side bend, and then try and reach with that arm. Wow, extra stretch. And return. Hand behind the head, into the side bend. Find a nice extra length with the arm. And return. Hand behind the head. Reaching with the arm. And returning. Lovely. Let's bring that to a close. And I'm going to come down onto the mat into relaxation position. So I'm just going to adjust the screen. Lovely. Okay. Okay. So I'm on my mat, little cushion behind the head, coming down into relaxation position. However you wish, nice and safely. Okay, and what have we got first? Okay, we have north and south tilts with our pelvis. So tucking the tailbone under, tilting the pelvis to north. Is my hands just pretending to be a pelvis? And then tilting to south, we're increasing the curve in the base of the spine. Tilting to north, flattening the curve at the base of the spine. Tilting to south, increasing the curve. Lovely. So just roll between those two positions. We're not lifting the bottom off the mat. Particularly, we're just rolling to the back of the pelvis or to the top of the pelvis. Away and returning. Roll to the bottom of the pelvis. Rolling to the top of the pelvis. Lovely. Okay, settle in your neutral position in the middle, and then we're going to go around the whole compass, thinking nice smooth circle. So we go north, east, south, west, north, east, south, west. So just think of a nice flowing movement. Think of the circle tracking round the back of the pelvis. How the contact with the mat changes. And then have a little pause to change direction, and off we go again. And bringing that to a close. Lovely, neutral spine and pelvis. Our feet are still parallel. We're going to go into knee drops. We're going to add some arms straight away. So the arms are up towards the ceiling in parallel. We keep heavy in the back of the pelvis so the bottom's not peeling off the mat at all. But we're simply mobilizing in the hip. One knee goes out and we return. Knee and opposite arm moving away from each other and coming back through center. The knee and opposite arm go away from each other. Bring everything into the center. Opposite knee and arm away from each other. Everything back to the center. If you want to do the breathing, we're going to breathe out to move. Breathing in to the center. Breathing out to move. Breathing into the center. Lovely. Just find your breath and your pace. And let's do 4 more. And then this is our last one. Lowering the arms down. Okay. We have some single knee folds now with some arms. So the arms this time are going to be going single arm back behind the body and return. Back behind the body and return. Okay. Let's move so a bit more of me in the screen. What we're going to do, single knee fold. So I'm single knee folding and then flexing the foot and down. Single knee fold, flexing the foot, everything to the ceiling and down. Single knee fold, flex the foot, arm goes overhead, up to the ceiling and down. Single knee fold. Flex the foot, the arm goes back, up to the ceiling and down. Single knee fold. Flex the foot, arm goes back, up to the ceiling and down. One more either side. Okay, and then lower everything down. Let's link our hands together for some little curl-ups. So I wanted to move any cushion that's there because our hand will be taking that space. Have our elbows in our peripheral vision. And we're looking for nice connection in the pelvic floor and tummy muscles as we curl up. Keeping nice and flat here, so no tilting. Nice and flat and stable. Okay, so nice breath in to prepare. Breathing out, zip and hollow. Tuck the chin and we're curling up. And then straight back down for an in-breath. So we're coming up on an out breath. Returning on an in-breath. Breathing out, connect to the muscles, pelvic floor and tummy. Breathing in, you can relax those muscles. Breathing out, connect, curl up. Breathing in, return and relax. Let's do 4 more. 1. And return. 2. And return. 3. And return. Last 1. 4. And return. Lovely. Okay, if you want to put a little cushion back behind the head. And we're going to do a little bit of a nice stretch round the back of the legs and in the hip. So just come into a single knee fold. Hand either on top of the knee or behind the knee, whichever is more comfortable. The other leg slides away. There we go. I'm running out of space. I'm going to move away a little. Hopefully you're not having the same problem as me. Okay, so it was hand in, knee into the chest. Slide the leg away. Draw the knee into the chest. And then release the pressure from the knee. So, drawing the leg in, the foot goes down. So this is a slightly easier option. Where we take the pressure off the knee, bring this leg up and returning. So we're starting from both feet being down on the mat. Bring the knee into the chest, just for a few moments. Release the pressure from the knee, slide the long leg up, and then lower the foot down, bring the other knee in, slide the leg away. Draw the knee into the chest. Release the pressure from the knee, slide the long leg up, lower down. You might recognize this. We do sometimes do it from starting in double knee fold. So you can do it from double knee fold as well. Swapping these. So just carry on with whichever way you like to do this, but we're getting the nice drawing in of the knee into the chest. And then just release the pressure from the knee before you draw the long leg up. Do one more either side. And last one. Lovely. Drawing in, lowering down. And then we've still got our feet in parallel, but have them a little bit closer towards the bottom. Hands down by our side. We're going to do our bridging up, which is where we lift the bottom and the hips in one straight movement. So up come the hips, and then let's just lower down through the back, nice and slowly. Okay, so lifting at the hips, lowering back, nice and slowly. Lifting the hips, lowering down, all the way back to neutral pelvis, lifting the hips. The pressure's going away through the knees into the feet and lowering down bone by bone. Okay, we can add arms if you wish. So we would bridge up. The arms are going to go up and back in parallel. We return the body down to the mat, bone by bone, and return the arms parallel down to our sides. So lifting into the bridge position, floating the arms up and back, returning the back to the mat, bone by bone, and returning the arms down to your side seams. Lovely. Bridging up, one movement, open the front of those hips, floating up and back with the arms, returning the back to the mat, returning the arms to the mat. Let's do two more in your own time. Lovely. Okay, we're going to move on to these hips again. Get a bit of more control of our tummy. We're going to come into a single knee fold and then just walk this supporting leg a little bit away. Okay, so it's just a bit out of the way. We're going to do knee circles or knee squares. Let's call them knee squares. So trying to keep the shin parallel with the ceiling. We're going to take the knee out, away from us, back across the body and up towards the head, drawing that square, imaginary square on the ceiling with our kneecap. So we're having to do a little bit of control in our centers. But the movement's all coming from the hip. And then let's make that the last one. And lowering the foot down. Okay, switching side. So we single knee folding, just walking the supporting leg away a little, so it's giving you a bit more room to move. And then off we go again. Nice and heavy in the back of the pelvis. Drawing that square on the ceiling. So the legs moving, but the body's remaining nice and still. And last square. Okay, and then lowering that foot down. Okay. And from there, we're going to roll onto our sides, coming up and switching so that we're onto our tummies. Okay. Let me adjust my position a little. Okay, and we're going to have our arms in a diamond press position. So pointy elbows out the side, forehead down onto the mat. The legs are in parallel. Okay. So we're going to start with diamond press. Nice and simple. Little connection in the tummy muscles. Just make sure that you're not arching the back, so you're slightly tucked under in the tailbone. And then breathing in to prepare. Breathe out to slide your nose, lift your head. And then you're lowering down, drawing the nose in, forehead to the mat. Breathe out to move, lengthen that back. Breathing in to return. Breathing out to move. Breathing in to return. Let's do 3 more like this. Lengthening. If the arms just want to adjust to that movement, allow them to. And return. 2 more. Lengthening. And lowering. Last one. Lengthening. And lowering. Okay, so have your hands free down by the side. You can just separate them a little. And we're just going to just bring the shoulder blades, lift the hands and arms up and lift the shoulder blades together a little. And then lower them down, just as far as they will go with ease. Lifting the arms and lowering. Let's do 3 more. Lifting and lowering. 2 and lower. 1 and lower. Lovely. Okay, if you're happy to push up into rest position, or you may need to roll onto your side and come into your rest position. Feet together, knees wide, and lowering the head down. Take some nice breaths. You can have a little rock from side to side through the hips. Okay, couple more nice deep breaths. And then you're going to come up into 4-point kneeling position. Okay, so we're going to do a hinge back, which is kind of a bit similar to what we've just been doing in rest position, but your hands and knees and feet are all in parallel. Keeping a straight back, we're going to just bend at the knees, and hinge back. Hinging back, straight back. So there is a temptation to kind of tuck under the tailbone as you go back. I don't want that to happen. So think you're nice and got a cup of tea on the base of your back and you don't want to spill it. So you bend and return. So this is a center hinge. But we can change it so it goes to the side, and I'm just going to face forward for you. I'm just going to put my knees on the mat. So I want to be kind to my knees. So I'm in parallel. So my hinge back in center was like this. All my hair in the way. That's a common thing in lockdown, isn't it? You all need a haircut. Okay, then I want you to move your weight to your right side. So my weight's through my right knee, right arm. And then we do a little hinge back. Back, through center, take the weight to the left side, left hand, left knee, and hinge back. Come back to the front, move the weight to the other side of the body, hinging back, coming back forward, move the weight to the other side, hinging back. Now, Sandra, I'm wondering if you're doing this, how you're feeling. If you've had enough on your knees, you could either go back to being on your back and doing some toe taps, or you could try some of the knee, the standing position for the knees. But this one would not work very well in standing. Anyway, hopefully you're managing to adapt if this isn't for you. One more either side. Nice, just gentle increases of weight through the wrist. Okay, and come off and circle those wrists. Okay, we are going to come back into 4-point kneeling. I'm going to come into our cat stretch and into through neutral to an extended cat. So if you're not happy on your knees, then a way to do a similar shape through the spine will be sitting in a long frog, and then you will be finding that C curve and then coming up to sitting and then into an extension, raising the head. So the same movement is happening through the back. So whether you want to be here in sitting, or as we first intended, on all fours, then we come into our cat. We're tucking under, wheeling up through the spine. Head goes down last, holding at the top for an in-breath. Breathing out, unfurling. And move all the way through neutral. And then send the pelvis away, lift the chest and the head into an extended cat. Lovely, tuck under the tailbone, wheeling up into the cat. And then you're going to move nice and slowly into extended cat. Sending that breastbone forward, don't do too much with the neck. Into the cat. And through into extended cat. So let's do 3 more like that. Up into the cat, through to extended cat. If your wrists have had enough, then just come off the wrists. Give them a little bit of TLC. Lovely. Okay, so that TLC of circling them round. Lovely. Okay. Let's come on to our sides now. So if you need, we're going to use more cushions. Like if we were in class, we'd be saying a big and a little cushion. So let's start with that. So I've got my big and little cushion. You might need different things. Drag from the sofa. I'll just let you do that for a moment. But basically it's the exercise where we've got crocodile arms out in front. So our head's on top of the big cushion, 90 degrees on our hips, arms out here, and we're going to do chalk circles. So imagine we're drawing a big circle as we can with our hand. We go up to 12 o'clock and then we rotate, taking the arm with us, looking at the arm, circling all the way round, back to the start. So we're breathing in and breathing out. Lovely, back to the front. Breathing in and breathing out to rotate. Just think of what these front knees are doing. Try not to let them slide past each other. They're staying locked together. So the movement's coming from the waist. Let's do 3 more. And the last one, up to the back wall, big circle around. Lovely. Okay, then we can change our cushion, so you don't need the big one anymore. All you need is a little cushion between your ear and your outstretched arm, which is going above you. If this doesn't feel comfortable in your shoulders, you can just stay where you were previously, because we're basically going to be moving onto the legs. But we're going to come into oyster position. So I want you to move your knees away, and you've got your feet in line with the back of the body. Classic simple oysters, raising the knee without the pelvis rocking back and lowering the knee. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. Lifting and lowering, breathing out and breathing in. Okay, we're going to turn it into a little Charleston oyster. So the knees are together, but we release the foot, so the foot comes high. We lower the foot, we raise the knee. We lower the knee, we raise the foot. We lower the foot, we raise the knee. So we're getting internal rotation here And then we get external rotation through the hip. Okay, we can change this one last time if you wish, which is to go from these two positions in a flip position, so in a quicker position. So we've got feet together, we switch to knees together, switch to feet together, switch to knees together, switch, 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 switch. Let's do 3, 2, 1, and lower that knee down. Give the hip a nice massage. Lovely. Then we're going to move on to the other side. So grab your big cushion again. For our chalk circles. 90 degrees through the hips, crocodile arms out in front. Lovely. Starting breathing in to the back wall, breathing out, rotating all the way back to the beginning. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. So that first movement with the arm happens without any movement through the body. Then we move through the body. Trying to keep nice length through the arm. Let's do 3 more. Really concentrate on your knees on these last 2. So think of the knees not moving at all. No sliding. There we go. Excellent. Okay, we get rid of the big cushion and we leave ourselves smaller cushion to change our arms. And we change our legs, so we push the knees away, so we're into oyster position and just supporting us at the front. Feet in line with the back of the body, and we're simply lifting and lowering that top knee. We breathe out to lift, breathing in to lower, breathing out, breathing in. Lovely. Let's do 3 more like that. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then we change it into the Charleston. So knees together, raise the foot, lower the foot, raise the knee. Lower the knee, raise the foot, lower the foot, raise the knee. Okay, then if you wish, you can change this into a quicker flicker. So we go from here straight to feet together, knee up, flick. Knees together, foot up, flick. Feet together, knee up, flick. Knees together, foot up. flick, feet together, knee up, flick, knees together, foot up, and let's go for 3 ball. 1, 2, 3, and lower everything down. Okay, give that hip a massage. And then we're going to come to standing in your own time. So take your time. Make sure that you're not dizzy. And I will adjust the camera angle as you're coming to standing position. Okay. Oop, we're on a bit of a wonk there. Let's straighten us up. Okay, a little flowing finish. Bit flowy, bit dancey, bit balancy. We've got our feet wider than hip width apart. I want you to kind of flow, weight onto one foot. This foot's still down. Flow. We're going to bend the knees a little in between. Take the arms with you. You can make it bigger if you want. I want the weight to come onto this one foot, onto one leg. So this leg is almost free to lift up. And then we can even add bigger arms. Circling the arms all the way round. Switching sides, circling round. Switching sides, circling round. Switching and circling. Switching and circling. Adapt as far as your shoulders will go. And then the last one. Lovely. Okay, standing nice and tall. We're going to take the shoulders up, back, and down. Feel yourself growing a little taller. As the arms, the shoulders go down, feel like you're pulling up towards the ceiling. Someone's pulling you up through the crown of the head. Let's do 2 more. Lovely. Shake off the arms. Standing nice and tall. Deep breath in and out. And you're all done. Thank you. So, hopefully you managed to stay with me and hopefully enjoy a few different exercises. So I will see you again sometime soon. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.